All right. Sorry, we had technical difficulties. I'm not sure what happened to not connected to her internet apparently. But anyway,
I paid my bill. I paid my bill. I promise.
Anyway, my name is Kelsey Fosnaugh. I'm a beauty guide and makeup artist with Limelight by Alcone.
And I am Megan Chapla, and I'm also a makeup artist with Limelight by Alcone as well.
Okay, so today we want to talk about the two different skin tones. So I am a Shinto. I have yellow undertones. I tan very easily, or I'll get red and then tan overnight when I wake up. As where Megan is a olive, so she has pink undertones, freckles, freckles, and she burns.
I burn very easily, very easily.
She does get tan eventually, but it takes longer.
I burn, and then it turns into a tan, which is pretty common with the olives. We typically always have to, wear sunscreen. We're not going to be at the pool without anything on and be like, oh, I'm brown and beautiful. At the end of the day, it'll be like, bright red.
Yeah.
So, but it'll eventually turn into a tan. So just totally different skin family.
Okay, so if you can, see, I have, now that you're, looking for it, I do have, yellow undertones, and you can see her chest is very pink, whereas mine is more yellow-ish color.
Very different. And you can tell on our faces because we do have foundation on, which is the correct foundation for us. So our faces look normal, but now that you can see us together, you can see that we are different coloring. It's just not as obvious on places that aren't covered up with makeup, where you can see I'm clearly very, very pink, very red undertone versus the orange, yellow that Kelsey has, which is my friends that are Italian descent. They'll get, I don't know if this happens to you, but they'll get very dark circles in the wintertime under their eyes, or just in general. They almost get a green, I don't know if this happens to you either, but some of my friends, if they haven't seen sun for a really long time, they'll almost start turning a jaundicey, yellow, green color. Yeah. So we're olives, we just get paler, whiter and whiter and whiter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just compare our two foundation colors sitting right next to each other. Look how yellow mine is, and hers looks so pink. And this is a Shinto 2, which looks darker than this, but she's actually an olive 4, which is 2 shades darker than what I am in my skin color family.
So very, very different. So if I put this on my face and covered this up, I would look extremely fair and look very unnatural, which has happened a lot. I try to order through, a friend of mine who's selling something on Facebook, and color match me and send me something, and every single time someone would send me something, it would be so light I would look like a ghost, and they're like, how in the world are you so, it's February, how are you so tan? It's because it was not meant for my skin coloring. It was meant for more of what would have looked great on Kelsey.
Yeah, which is the importance of being color matched. You really should come to one of us if you do want Limelight by Alcone's botanical foundation. We'll color match you. We have all the colors. Or if you do want to go...
You send samples, right?
Yeah, send samples.
So you can try on the exact and be like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, or send me a picture of you, and I'll send you what shade I think you are, and maybe if you're a little lighter or darker, depending on what season it is, and then you can judge and pick which one you like before you order it. Or go to your makeup counter. Anything, just try on because it looks so different on the label. Even our catalogs, it looks different than what it actually does on you.
So that's why you need a beauty consultant. It's super important, because I have wasted myself
much
personally
money.
And a lot of people. I'm older than Kelsey, clearly. So people in the mid-30s and my age we all say the same thing. We go to counters like MAC or places like that, very, very pushy on whatever is out, their collection that's out. You end up kind of getting bamboozled a little bit. You get home, you've spent $200, you're not even really sure what happened. And then you get home and then you try to put the stuff on yourself the next day, and you're like, this looks terrible on me. You're like, what is happening? This doesn't even match. It looks terrible. You've already used it. You're not going to take it back at that point, and you just wasted so much money. So that's why it really pays to have a beauty consultant who's matching you. And
we're literally free. We just I'll come to your house, or Megan will come to your house.
So yes, so it's very... Hi, Christina. Hello. Amy just asked me yesterday what foundation color you were, and I was like, Amy, you better hook those girls up and get them some makeup. I pushed you guys off onto Amy now. I'm going to teach her everything I know. You're in good hands. But thanks for watching. But yeah, so go ahead. What else did you want to say about?
So I think that's it with the foundation color. Basically, I'm yellow, she's pink. So it makes
it on my hand. I want to see what, if you don't mind, kind of do something where I'm going to try to see what her Shinto looks like on my skin coloring, which I knew it would happen.
Look at that. Look how
that looks like pink.
Pink, like how pale almost that would make me look if I put that on my face.
This is not my color, but you can see a little bit if it was because mine's darker, you can see it. Yours is too light. Do you have, what's the highest Shinto that you have right now?
Yep, 4.
4. Let me see 4.
So your comparison, sorry.
Yeah, let me see 4.
Right there.
Which one? Right here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, that was too light of a color for you couldn't see it being that with the bright lights.
But this is my family, so this is my next foundation
not
shade.
Gonna ever match my skin color whatsoever. It's going to just look like if you use the wrong family, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna look right.
Look how pink that looks. It would just wash me out, and it would make her look way too dark.
Like I am not even. Like I don't even know. People would be like, "Where'd you shop at to get that?" You know, so it would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy. So that's why the importance of having like basically a makeup personal assistant who tells you what colors you can carry, what will look good on you, and so you don't waste time and money.
And be able to try everything before you buy it.
Exactly. So that's why that's important. So thanks for letting me try that. So I was just curious to see what it would look like on my skin. But
so we want to talk about next how, because we are 2 different color families, how different like blush and lip colors look completely different on us.
So the same color on 2 different families, like how different they'll look.
Exactly.
So, do you want to do that's right. You want to tell them about number 4?
Blush number 4 is Keen. So it has, I'll show it here to you right here.
You have to bend it so you can see. There you go.
Yeah, there. See how it has like gold undertones here? I'll show you. I'll swatch it on my hand right here. So you can see the light's picking up the gold in it.
It looks different on mine. Very different. See how it ends up looking the same exact color, looks more pink. It still has gold undertones, but it's more pink. Whereas on Kelsey, you can see that it looks more peach. So it's much pinker on my hand. So again, same color, that looks completely different depending on the family that you're in.
Yeah, so we'll actually put this on our face so you can actually really see the difference. I'll start. I'm going to use Limelight by Alcone's tapered powder brush. Get nice and close with ya.
Get out of your frame.
Okay, so in a trick with your blush.
That looks beautiful on you, actually.
Yeah, I love this. Was really pretty. So you want to find like the apple of your cheek, so I'd like smile and put my finger right here, and this is where you want your blush. You don't want it to come all the way to your nose. See, look at that.
Nor go too high.
Yeah. You also want like a finger right here. Nothing should go right there.
But that's beautiful.
Yeah, you can see like how the light is picking that up. And this brush is perfect. It's like it's angled, so it makes it really easy just to go up and not have this big old brush to try to put on.
Yeah, like something like this brush would be very choppy and thick, and
whereas this is just super easy to go up like this.
Natural and tapered and stuff. So yep, so I'm gonna put it on myself. So again, staying away from that. And you can already see how more pink this looks on me than it does on Kelsey.
You could like literally all right here. It looks like almost gold right now with the way the light's hitting
actually, that's stunning on you.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
Like I use
I should use this
My
every day.
sisters are her coloring my youngest 2 sisters, where the older 2 are in this olive family. So it's very different. Very pink, very that's just very summery.
Mm-hmm.
Where if
yeah,
I
it's
wanted
perfect
like a
right
pink
now.
look,
It'd be really easy, like my everyday go-to color.
it does give me a lot of pink, like beautiful color. So the reason why we're showcasing I should say on blush too, since we're talking about blush, another technique about making sure that you're not getting your blush all the way to your nose. That doesn't look natural. The whole point about blush is like a natural,
just highlight
see, like when you smile, like
cheekbones.
like you just came out of the snow in the winter and you have that nice rosy, healthy that look to your face. So that's the importance of blush. So
which is especially important with this foundation, because it'll literally bring you down to like a matte look. Like it'll take all the redness out of your skin, so you kind of want to bring some life and color back to your skin with this stuff.
Yeah, so not making sure that, you're going all the way to your nose, and you want, as far as blush goes, you want to do that, a lot of people, to make it easy, I'll have them, when they're doing their own, and I'm teaching them like a workshop where they're doing their own makeup, and I'm kind of instructing, I'll have them do like a big smile where you can see like that apple, and then I have them, that also keeps them from going to the nose, because you're not going to dig in there, but you're going to start at the apple, and then you're going to sweep back. You're not going to go forward towards the nose because you don't want to flick color on the side of your nose, but you're going to go back.
Which is very easy to do with this stuff because it's 50% pigmented, so...
Yes, barely using any, and as I'm doing it more. And it's...
very little.
Yes, and it's blending super nicely. But yes, it looks very different on the both of us. Looks I think, very pretty on... both of us. It just looks,
but it's different.
It's a different kind of.
It depends what look you're looking for.
More of a peach look on her, which is and the reason why we're showcasing number 4, which is called Keen, is because it was kind of developed to kind of mimic one of the most popular brushes that's ever been sold. Blushes. Sorry. Blushes. It's too late for me. This is my bedtime. But yes, one of the most popular blushes that was ever sold. It was mimicked after NARS's. It's actually called Orgasm. That came out in 1999. So it was like kind of the first color that came out that was a color that looked good on everybody. It looks different, but it looks good on everybody, from fair to very dark skin. So if you're super, super dark, or you have Hispanic or African American coloring, it looks like a gold. Like, we were pulling up pictures and looking at different things before kind of doing some research, and it looks gorgeous on everyone, from super, super fair to super, super dark. So that's just a color that we wanted to showcase to let everyone know. That's like, if you're like, I need a blush color, I need a go-to, number 4 is just a good one. And then you'll know what it looks like if you are, you have the red undertones or you have the yellow undertones. So yeah, very pretty, very popular color. So
yeah, one other thing that looks so different, we're gonna do this creme brulee enduring lip color. Where's the label? Oh, I completely rubbed off this label. This stuff lasts longer.
I'll say it a million times. The products inside. I'm not even kidding. I know this sounds so cheesy, but it's so true, because here's Must-Do just sitting here, which is, you can't even.
It's just white.
It's just white.
The black label is gone.
The label is gone. The products outlast the labels. I've had everything for 5 months now. So literally, yeah, everything is rubbed away. You can't even see. This used to have a beautiful
little L,
and it was beautiful. Like, the new ones look nothing like these. But anyway, yeah, the product inside outlasts the actual label. So
yeah, so this is like a very pink color. It's about the lightest, I would say, lip color that we have
in the
enduring lip colors, which are like a liquid lipstick, so they last pretty long.
Not
I'd say
I'd maybe stain. People. Do you get that question a lot? I get that a lot. It's like, is it a stain? Because there's a company that's out that's very, very much pushing stains and needing like a base, and then you got to put this, and then you got to use another one to get it off. And I'm like, I can't find. I'm so confused.
I just need one. Just one thing. I hate simple.
This is a lasting one, meaning mine lasts like up to like 5 hours. Eating, talking, I drink.
Drinking coffee,
all day long.
Water.
I always have my bladder
I think around like after lunch is by the time I need when I apply this at 8
just
o'clock in the morning for work. And it's usually just the inside of my lip.
You don't have to though, but like it
comes off naturally, so it doesn't look like all of a sudden your lips look weird because you're missing color.
You don't have to. It's just if you want it to look like, which we're used to like being and people looking at us and wanting to see things all the time. So to us, we want to look perfect for people so they can see what it would look like on them if they just applied it versus like 8 hours later. So that's our own personal thing of wanting to make it look perfect, you know. So
so we are going to show this on me as well. We're gonna wait, hold that.
I'll hold that. Sure.
Stand straight. We're gonna use disposables because
I feel like we use that blush. I felt like I looked so washed out on your phone.
I know that's how I felt.
Sorry.
I was like, I need my blush back.
I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but I was like, I look so much more healthy. I just feel like I look a lot younger. I look like closer to your age than
I gotta use them
than my own. So you'll see, like, while she's doing that, because she's using an applicator, obviously, for sanitary reasons. We care about your health, and as any makeup artist, clearly sanitizes and keeps, sanitary practices. But it's very easy to use this. It's almost like what they call, like a dough applicator. It's angled, it tapers. It's just very easy to... like when you're doing a lip, I always do, and a lot of people will do, like, start off with an X, to get kind of that perfect, and then you can use that pointed part where I make sure I get, like, a perfect, line, like, underneath and on top, so it's very easy to use these versus, like, a cheap little applicator thing, so.
Disposable thing.
All right. And then
but it works for the purpose of.
Can I have an applicator?
They're right there, really.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so you can see. It looks pretty dark on me, honestly, for like an everyday, but so if you're not used to like,
I think it looks gorgeous.
But it's pretty.
I know, like, a lot of people
I'm getting
who aren't
used to putting colors on my lips because if you know me, I'm a gloss girl all the way. I just want little simple so my lips don't look pale, and that's it.
I'm color.
Yeah, she loves the color, so this is like nothing for her.
I'm just, I don't know. I guess
I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone and baby steps.
And I'm also from, like, private schooling, a lot of rules, you can't really be, you couldn't be an individual forever. You definitely couldn't wear lipstick or any kind of makeup whatsoever. So it's very, that's why I love color. I'm like, life's too short to, not be colorful and kind. And, so I'm like, too short. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just kind of throwing it on, and that's just a super light coverage. You can kind of make it, you can go as dark as you want, but
I just did like simple, like one little coat.
So we did the Keen blush, which is, like we were saying, one of the most popular blushes ever. We wanted to do creme brulee because creme brulee is one of the most popular, enduring lip colors. So you could see what it looks like. So if you're watching and you're like, oh, I'm definitely a Shinto, I'm definitely orangey yellow undertones, or you're looking at me and saying, oh, my face is so red if I don't have makeup on, you'll know what
which one will look best on you.
So get a little bit closer to the light, but you'll see that they look very different, and we have the exact same color on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's definitely lighter on hers. Mine's more of a hot pink.
Yes. Well,
not hot pink, but a darker pink.
Darker pink. Yeah, I would say mine's more of cool, which is my family of coloring should be sticking to things that are grab me those two if you don't mind, the two reds of the enduring. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I want to show, because that's something that I always like to talk to, because it's easier to see.
It's easier to see, but we just didn't go with it because not everyone wants to wear bright red lipstick.
Yes.
This is more
but it's easier to see, like if you do, like our two red colors that we have in the same kind of enduring. This is what I'm always like telling people in these workshops and stuff. So if you can kind of see those, and I'll always say, okay, what do you notice about, they're both reds, but what do you notice about the difference between these two reds? And everyone's like, oh, this one over here, which is candy apple, and this is cherry pie for those that are like, oh, I love reds. This one I say is for Shintos.
Yeah,
it
this
has
is my
those.
favorite.
If you hold that up too, and I tell people too, if your place is, just hold it up like this, and it'll show like cover your lips like this, like if you're going to. So see how beautiful and bright and red and like would be an amazing pop of color with like her dark eyebrows and just like
a simple eye, like just like this.
And in the olives, you want to stick with what's like called like the true red or a
this has
cool
like
tones,
orange undertones,
blue, yes, orange undertones. Where you're looking for more, in my group, you're looking for more of the cool undertones, the blues, purple, like things like that you can kind of almost see an undertone on. So, and if you're having trouble, grab another one and put them together, and then you'll be like, okay, I look okay in it. It's just not. It looks better on her. Is what yeah. And this one looks. I wore this one on the 4th of July. Loved it. I wore this on the big bike tour and had so many people coming up and they were like, "How do you have a red that looks so amazing? You don't have it all over your teeth, or it's not like all over the place." And I'm like, so I like literally was putting my number in people's. I'm like, and it's how much are these? These are like
$20.
$20. I'm like, they're so cheap. I don't have any of the things memorized because I always tell people, I'm like, it's like $20 or less. They're all like $20 or less. I don't know.
Again, like the blush is, it's $20 or $21 for this blush. Yeah.
Right, or 22.
Everything's around like $20. Like nothing is expensive at all.
So NARS is
people even my age. Like, I don't think it's expensive. It's
even NARS is like, I want to say.
I mean, this stuff.
It's more expensive than that for sure by probably a good $10. So is the point of that, and that'll last far longer because of it being 50% pigmented, meaning you don't have to use a lot. And you saw, like, as we're using, what are these? Is this a tapered?
That's a tapered powder brush.
This is a tapered powder brush. You know, me and the details. I just know what works and what doesn't. So barely tapping it in there and look how much color you get from using just, I love seeing those
highlight
gold
my
undertones.
Cheekbone right there because I had a little bronzer left from my makeup that I did at like 7 o'clock this morning for work.
Yeah. So anyway, did you have anything else, sorry, that you wanted to
highlight the difference that was it, basically.
Us?
Yeah, just
we still get along. We're in different families, but we still get along.
Yes.
You know,
just differently how when I was first starting this stuff, I texted my, I'm like, girl, this does not look like how it looks on you on me. I don't understand.
That kept happening, and I kept saying and I had to keep, because it's just like as you're learning, we had to learn as well. And I'd say, remember, you're in a different family. And she's like, oh, okay, fine.
Well, what color will look good on me?
And then I gave you
everything.
I gave you the stuff that I knew would look much better on you, so that you could start wearing it and like basically be out with what looks good on you. And then you gave me some. Oh, you gave me the hot pink. She gave me hot pink lip color, and I was like, oh, that's my favorite. I love hot pink. So anyway, once
it's a learning
know
curve. You just have to figure out what family you're in. But as soon as you figure that out, it makes your whole makeup routine a lot easier, especially in the shopping part.
Yep, exactly. And the importance of having someone who knows what they're doing, like us, who's put in the time and who's put in the research and who watches videos after video after video and reads. I woke up at 5:30 this morning to read about how to apply blush on different shapes, faces. I mean, that's just all day long, so we can answer your questions quickly and know.
Yep. I was watching Facebook Lives at 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. So that's just our passion and what we do and what we like, and then we can pass that on to
Chelsea asked, how do you find out what family you're in? Just call us. Well, I mean, just kind of, you'll know if you burn easily, if you don't. Probably look at your chest more if you have yellow or pink undertones.
And most of the time, Chelsea, honestly, like, I already know from spending so much time with people and seeing them so much, like, they'll ask me and I'll be like, oh, you're an olive. Like, you know, like, and,
I've done enough faces, I know.
I pretty much can get it down to your specific. So we'll have people send us, just selfies. We say, like, in a window, but not in direct light, but so you get, you know, with no makeup, of course, so that we can see those, you know, the undertone, and then we can pretty much pin it down to exactly like, oh, you are in Shinto 2 or you're in Olive 4. Yep. Like we can do it pretty quickly. I mean, when you do it every day, you get pretty good at it. So, so it'd be the same thing, Chelsea. I would just, since I've only seen you that one time since you moved, like I could guess probably and probably do pretty good, but I would have you send me a selfie just to make sure, and then you would ask yourself those questions, like, because since you just joined and missed like the beginning of when we were talking about the differences, we were talking about how Kelsey has who she rarely ever burns, she gets color pretty quickly, doesn't really have to focus on wearing sunscreen a lot, has orange and yellow undertones. As you can see, we like showed our necks off. You can see her neck looks very yellow, like as we're looking at it, and mine is clearly very red. So that is the difference between you looking in the mirror and saying, okay, do I burn easily? Do I, freckles is a good one. I think that always helps people, like new beauty
Freckles,
guides.
olive.
And they're like, oh yeah, freckles. Okay, if you have a ton of freckles, or you get out in the sun and then, you know, a bunch of freckles then appear, then you're 99% chance that you are an olive like me, who I do have freckles. You know, if you get close, you can see that I have freckles and stuff. So, and you being an olive. So yeah. If I had to guess, Chelsea, I would guess that you're a Gina beige, actually. If I narrowed you down to a specific color, I bet you if I sent it to you and you put it on, you'd probably be like, I toot my own horn. I can't help it. I've just been doing this. I've been doing this for 5 whole months. You know. So, but so yeah. Anybody else have any other questions or? Yes, and Chelsea, number 4. Yep, number 4, which we were laughing about. She asked me which one to get, and I was like, 4 is like a good go-to. We love number 1 too, which is like our purple. So depending on if you were gonna wear it for date night, I was gonna say number 1, which is alive, which is a purple one, would look phenomenal on you too if you were more of like a night, I'd say like a stunning nighttime color. So yeah. So anyway.
All right, no more questions. All right, we're gonna hop off.
Okay,
Have a great night. Thank you.